today is the best you'll ever be if you don't choose to improve yourself, you know? And I think about that all the time. Gentlemen, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about why it is a no-brainer for you to try to improve yourself, okay? A lot of people, when you sit there and you talk about trying to improve, you know, going to the gym, dieting, trying to meditate, trying to become better in one way or another, you know, they say like, it's no fun, like what's the point in all of that stuff, you know? And it's like, you know, time is going by either way, and you never stay the same. Like there's never 5 years in a row where you're gonna be the exact same as you were 5 years ago. You know, you're getting older every single day, and if your body's not improving, it's falling apart. You know, if your mind is not improving, it's falling apart. If you're not learning new things, you're forgetting old things. And so, you know, there's really no reason not to try to push yourself and try to become better. And when you push yourself and you do try to become better and you try to instill discipline in your life, you feel more fulfillment on a daily basis than you would when you are chasing happiness, or not happiness necessarily, but comfort. Because that's a lot of where the why would I do this kind of thing comes up. You know, it's like they would rather be comfortable than they would be a little bit uncomfortable and try to improve. Because obviously it's not comfortable to sit there and tell yourself that you have some sort of issue, you got problems, and that there is something in your life that you need to change, you know, and that's hard. It takes discipline. It takes, you know, choosing the harder path. You know, obviously when you're hungry and you're coming home from work, like it sounds a lot easier, or I mean, it is a lot easier. And in the moment, it's a lot more tasty to just like swing by a fast food place, you know, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Wendy's, whatever, and get some snack food than it is to go home and, you know, steam some rice and make a steak, or, you know, get some grilled chicken, or broccoli and eggs, or whatever the situation is, whatever your preferred healthy food is. It's a lot easier to do that. And, you know, and that's why people want to try to avoid those things, you know? And I mean, I've been guilty of it in the past as well. My discipline right now is actually really, really good. I don't really have too much of an issue with that kind of stuff, but I have a lot in the past. But mostly out of just like convenience and, you know, not wanting to try to push myself. But like I said, time's going on anyway. And so, you know, I would much rather try to project myself out even a year from now and think, you know, if I choose these healthy options in a year from now, I'm going to be better. Whether that's 5% better, 10% better, or depending on where you're at. I mean, you could be, you know, it's all objective, I guess, but 100% better than you were in the past, you know? And like, that just goes on infinitely. Like that keeps compounding over and over again. You know, back when I was in my early 20s and I first kind of got into self-improvement and, you know, I wanted to start doing better in my life. Like, I remember people telling me like, you're going to give up on this stuff. You know, I remember I went out to eat with a bunch of people, and there were some older people with me, and they were in their like 40s or something. And at the time I was doing keto diet. And so I wasn't eating any carbs. It was all just like, you know, vegetables and meat and whatever. And they told me like, you're going to get to the point where you don't care anymore. You're this and that. And like, you know, I think about that all the time. Like it's one of the reasons why I don't give up on it, you know, like that's not the only reason. I would still be doing it even if it wasn't for them. But, you know, thinking back to that is one of the reasons why I will never give up, you know. And it's not even giving up because like now it's just a part of my lifestyle. Like I feel so good all the time because I'm watching what I'm eating all the time. I'm exercising consistently. I'm conscious, constantly aware of my mindset and how calm I am, how much anxiety I have, and all these things. I'm so used to doing all this stuff, and I feel so good from it. Like if I were to give up on it, I'd be going so far backwards that it's almost like out of the realm of possibilities for me right now, you know. And that's the way it's going to continue to be for the rest of my life. These are lessons that I instill in myself because I want to be better long term. And when I have my own son someday, I want to instill these lessons in him so that, you know, from a young age, he doesn't have to deal with any of the issues that all these people are dealing with. You know, I want him to be strong and to be tough and to be healthy from a very young age. And so it just sets him up for a great life, successful life as well, you know. But like I said, guys, like time is going on whether we do anything about it or not, you know, or whether we try to make progress in our lives or not. And so you can choose to allow yourself to crumble and to decay, or you could choose to push yourself to become better. Because if you're not becoming better, you're becoming worse. And I don't think anybody can argue that, you know. Like, why let yourself get worse and worse and worse? If you're in your early 20s right now, or your late teen years, or whatever age you are, and like, if you're not trying to improve, you're never going to be better than you are today. Like, today is the best you'll ever be if you don't choose to improve yourself, you know. And I think about that all the time. And so to me, it's a no-brainer to always just try to be a little bit better tomorrow, or be a little bit better tonight than you were this morning, you know, every day. Go to the gym, get a little bit stronger, stay disciplined on your diet, you know. And especially when you're young and you are doing these things and you see other people around you who are not doing these things, like the gap between you guys like starts to separate, you know. And as the years go, that gap gets further and further. And when you're 2, 3, 4, 5 years into improving yourself and to becoming a better person, it's kind of crazy when you look back at the people that you used to be just like, and you see where they're at today, and you see where they're at mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. The gap gets really wide, you know. And I can't even imagine what it's going to be like when I'm 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, you know. And so, like I said, guys, to me, it's an absolute no-brainer. Improve yourself, get better, because one little step every day to get better is going to compound over time. And it's going to be a ridiculous change after 10, 20, 30 years. So a little bit better every single day, guys. Choose self-improvement. Promise you it'll pay off. All right, guys. Comment below what you guys think about this. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, I want to know you guys' opinions. Other than that, like this video and subscribe to the channel to see more. All right, guys, take care.